Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited because we are going to be sniffing our way through the Labo Discovery set. This holiday season seemed to be all about Labo. I was gifted an amazing candle as well as receiving some Labo scents. I also ended up picking up some Labo scents for my family. My kids both wanted one. So today I thought it would be fun to kind of share my favorite Labo scents with you, walk through the Discovery set that was only available during the holidays. This was an awesome set. It includes all their most popular perfumes such as Santal 33, Noir. You get the gist. We're going to kind of have a little fun sniffing our way through Labo. I also thought it would be fun to share some of my favorite layering combos with Labo. I have a favorite body cream combo. I also have some amazing layering combos. So I thought we would just have a little fun sniffing our way through Labo today. So if you are interested in hearing my thoughts, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the theme of my holiday season seemed to be all about Labo. Both my kids wanted Labo, I received Labo, so it was making me laugh because I have self-admittedly had sort of a complicated relationship with Labo scents. I have some favorites that I have purchased, but I've also had a few where I felt like there's a DNA in these scents that can run a little, like I call it, dirty on myself. I think that is just the kind of it factor in some of these scents. And when I say dirty, I think it's just like a little DNA that has a little edge in these scents that I have come full circle on. And I will tell you that honestly, when I think about compliment getters, I swear there is some sort of pheromone in the Labo scents that I always get compliments when I wear them. I think this is sort of a trend. I've heard other people say the exact same thing, and my family and I had a little fun over the holidays sort of sniffing through, creating little layering combos that we love, and so I'm all in it. I have been enjoying these scents, and I thought we would start with the Discovery set. Now this set is $134 and it is a steal of a deal in my eyes because it really lets you sort of discover Labo scents. It includes all their best sellers, some of my favorites in here, and it's a great way to really experience Labo sets for not too much money. So I still see this set available on the website, so I would definitely grab it. I was told that this set was just going to be available during the holidays and that they wished that they sold it beyond the holidays because it's the perfect way to dip your toes into Labo and their spray bottles. And what I love is that it came in a 0.17 fluid ounces, but this is a really nice like deluxe sample. The other ones come in dabbers, like the little samples, and I'm somebody who feels like I need a spray to kind of really experience a fragrance. That's just my own personal thing, but I'm somebody who likes to get the whole cloud-like experience besides just on my skin. And this set came with 6 of their best sellers, and I'm going to start with a classic that I own a full size of, that I sort of feel like if you are somebody who wants to make any of your perfumes smell better, if you're somebody who's looking for the perfect sort of clean perfume or sort of second skin perfume, this is Another 13, and this is such an interesting scent. This was one of those that has this super addictive, I swear it has this pheromone effect to it, because this was back in the day when I was smelling all the different Le Labos. I wasn't sure where I wanted to start, and I had sprayed the Another 13 on, and then I had walked out of the store, wasn't gonna buy anything. I was walking down and I was getting wafts of the Another 13 on me. It was so addictive. I went back into the store. I had already gotten to the parking garage. I was like, I have to have Another 13 in my life, because it was just like so addictive. And this is the perfume that I feel like is the perfect layering perfume for any of your scents. It pretty much amps up any of your other scents. I swear this is the one that gives me the most compliments, and when I would layer it with other fragrances, I laugh because I swear it is like something in here that like amps up the fragrance, and I always get compliments when I'm wearing Another 13. So Another 13 is described as a fresh, rich, woody, spicy scent. To me, the only problem with Another 13 is that it can sort of disappear on me. It's one of those scents that I put on and I'm like addicted to, and then I can't really smell myself, but others can smell me, kind of like Molecule 01. That's how I feel about this scent, is that it kind of will disappear, but then it will kind of waft in and out throughout the day. So you just kind of have to accept that if you're like myself and you put this on and you're like, I can't really smell myself. This is still on you. It just has that sort of disappearing act, similar to Molecule 01, but I prefer Another 13 because although this is another one of these fresh woody scents, there is a slight sweetness in the scent that I really like. And with all the Labo scents, you'll have the name and then you'll have like 13 or 33. The 13 is going to mean that it has 13 ingredients in it. So like Santal 33 has 33 ingredients in it. The notes that they share in Another 13 is ambrox, musk, woody amber, jasmine petals, moss, and ambrette seeds. And that ambrette can definitely kind of smell to me almost like a little clean medicinal scent, but it also sometimes comes off as a little like pear to me. I'm not sure why, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking of. This is one of these perfect kind of clean girl scents. I have been on the hunt for years for my perfect kind of clean scent. Musk scents can be really tricky. I literally can get super horrible headaches and kind of get sick to my stomach from some musks if they're almost like lean too clean, if that makes sense. If they're leaning too much into like a laundry detergent scent or cleaning products, those can go too far for me and just don't work, which makes me sad because I'm very attracted to that kind of fresh, clean girl scents. So this one has a little dirty note in here. It's even described as that online. This was a collaboration with another magazine that has gone out of business now, but this was created to be a hypnotizing and unique scent that was composed of ambroxide and a synthetic animal musk, making Another 13 an addictive dirty potion blended with other carefully selected ingredients such as jasmine and moss, which also give it spike and shine. So basically, I feel like everyone needs Another 13 in their collection because I swear that it makes all of your perfumes smell better. It makes them like addictive. You're gonna get compliments anytime you wear this scent. And one of my favorite layering combos with Another 13 is, I'm a huge fan of Bal de Freak by Rado. It's another one of my kind of favorite woody, fresh, clean scents. This has been a repeat purchase. I love it so much that I have the body lotion, I have the shower gel, but unfortunately this does not have the longest lasting power. But if I add a few spritz of Another 13 to Bal de Freak, oh, The gods shine down and it makes the perfect scent. It basically kind of amps up like the marigold in here. It just really amplifies this perfume. It kind of brings out the best notes, and the combination of these together is going to make this perfume last longer. You are going to get definite compliments on this because it's woody, fresh combination, slight florals. This is the best scent cloud ever. Love, 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 but definitely would recommend this. And I'm thinking that would be really good if you don't want to get a full bottle of another 13. You could even just get the another 13 body lotion and then spray that on as well. I think that would make a fantastic combo. But I have been wearing these two together as sort of my perfect clean girl scent. Love, love, love. Definitely worth checking. Now, staying on the theme of clean girl scents, my hubby ended up picking up Lavande 31 for me. This is a fragrance that I have been like contemplating picking up a full bottle of, and he actually bought the 0.5 fluid ounces. I didn't even know that they sold this size. I've always bought it in the 1.7 ounce, I believe, which is like $230. And I'm kind of excited because this right here is a nice travel size, but it's a great price point too. It's $107, but for someone like myself who has a lot of perfume, I kind of feel like this is a way for me to get all the different Le Labo scents that I want, but maybe not in the bigger bottles. So I was a little excited to get Lavande 31 in my stocking. This scent is definitely another one of these sort of clean, comforting scents, but like the name suggests, this has lavender in it, so it kind of leans into that spa-like experience versus like the fresh out of the shower scent. This one's a little bit more spa-like and comforting. This is described as a floral aromatic scent. The main notes in here are lavender, bergamot, neroli, amber, musk, and tonka. I love tonka scents. I love so many of these notes. And what makes this scent addictive is, again, sort of that little dirty DNA in Le Labo scents, and I say that in the best way possible because this could go too much. Like lavender is awesome, but maybe you don't want to smell like a lavender field. Maybe you just enjoy it in a little touch. Then you are going to love this one because this truly falls into this sort of clean and dirty combo that is addictive. I describe this scent as like a little hug, like it definitely is going to give you that comforting feel, but then it's got a teeny bit of edginess. It definitely has some powdery feel to it in that kind of fresh, clean way, but it dries down on your skin just a little like naughty, I would say. So this would be like your librarian scent where, you know, you have the librarian with her glasses and she looks all prim and proper, and all of a sudden she like takes out her bun, takes her glasses off, and she's like a little naughty sex goddess. That's kind of the clean and dirty notes that you're going to get in here. It is truly a great fragrance. I'm so glad that he picked it up. It was one of these that I was like, do I love it? Do I not? But I'm so thrilled to have this in my repertoire. I have been wearing this a lot during the holiday season, and just sort of another clean girl aesthetic scent, but with a little naughtiness on the side. Another fun thing about Le Labo, especially during the holidays, is they are going to customize the label for you. For instance, this one says, you know, it was compound in Portland, Oregon, where I live. It gives the date, and then it says you can put on your message. This one says Merry Christmas, Abby, but I was also able to put put my daughter's name on, wish them a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. So another cool little aspect from this brand. And we're gonna keep with the freshy theme for another minute, talking about Bergamote 22. Now, if you are a fan of citrus scents, this is a must get. This is on my list to pick up a bigger bottle of because I love bergamot in fragrances. And this is one of the best citrus scents out there because, again, citrus scents can kind of lean into cleaning products. I like to think of Pledge, which I do love that smell. It's very nostalgic to me, but I don't want to smell like Pledge. I want to have that lovely citrus burst, but you definitely need something to counterbalance this. This is like the best citrus scent, and again, this is the best mixer. So I've got a good combo to share with you with this one as well, but let me give you the notes of Bergamote 22. This is described as a fruity scent. It has notes of orange blossom, grapefruit, petitgrain, amber, bergamot, vetiver, cedar, and musk. And that's what I would say is, to me, this is a really awesome citrus woody scent. It's fresh, it's invigorating, but it dries down to something that is very addictive, sparkling, fizzy, kind of this clean scent, but it's got some kind of warmth from the woodiness in here. There's a little bit of I like a teeny bit of the sharpness from the grapefruit. I think it tempers kind of the overall citrus in here. Literally one of the best ever. This is another one of these compliment getters. It also has some nice longevity. So citrus scents sometimes can be kind of fleeting. And so if you like that kind of fresh, clean, citrusy side scent, this one is gonna stick with you. This is another one that I have a good layering combo. This is actually from my hairdresser who smells amazing, but he layers the Bergamote 22 body lotion and then sprays on Thé Noir that we're going to talk about in a minute. Thé Noir is one of these deep, kind of mysterious scents. It can be a lot on its own, but he smells so freaking amazing. I was like, what are you wearing? And it's the combination of those two. Like, that is going to be another compliment getter. People are gonna like run down the street and ask you what you are wearing because it smells so good. You definitely can layer those two together. That's what I've been doing since I don't have the body cream yet. But this is one of these that I feel like is a good mixer scent. Again, kind of like another 13. Say you are wearing something, have you ever sprayed on a perfume and it's just a little too heavy or opulent or dark for you and you want something to kind of give it a lift? Then this is going to be the scent for that. And again, there's something in these Labos that just kind of are addictive. But Bergamote 22 is just sort of like your champagne touch. If you're looking for something to layer on top and you want to add a little champagne touch, a little fizziness, a little burst of citrus, but not too much, I think you would absolutely love this. Okay, now we're going to move in to Rose 31, and this is a very special rose scent. And Rose 31 is for those who think they don't like rose scents. I would still get my nose on Le Labo's Rose 31 interpretation. This is not your typical feminine rose scent, so that's what I'm saying. This has the Le Labo touch to it. This is described as a warm and spicy, woody and rustic floral. Totally agree with this, and this is a very unisex fragrance. All of their fragrances are, all fragrances are in general, but of course there's certain notes that can be more feminine leaning and such, and rose typically falls into that camp. But this one is not like a sheer transparent rose. It is not a deep jammy rose. To me, I don't want to use the word dusty because it's not necessarily like a dusty rose. To me, it's more like a dry, airy rose, like maybe dried rose petals, and it's mixed in with all these kind of warm spices. So the notes in here are rose absolute, cumin, vetiver, musks, cedar, agarwood, olivanium, amber, gaiac wood, and cistus. And initially when I read the notes, I was like, ooh, cumin sometimes can smell like a little bit like bad BO on me. So I was a little bit worried about that, but when I initially smelled it, I didn't smell any of that cumin, but I did smell those kind of warm spices in there. But I did smell these warm spices, and then I also am getting, besides the warmth, due to the musks, this one also comes off as kind of a dry, clean fragrance. It has a freshness to this as well, especially when it dries down. It's like kind of this warm, clean, spicy musk, this sort of drier rose scent. To me, this is a very sophisticated sort of chic scent. And if you want to amp up that sophistication, kind of even add another element of class, I would pair the Rose 31 with another 13. Again, this is just like your all-arounder. Like if you want to make any of your perfumes smell amazing, amp them up and basically get that pheromone effect. These two together, Rose 31 and another 13, is just like class in a bottle. That is what I think of. Like it would make me feel very put together, would make me feel very chic, would make me feel very sophisticated, classy. This is this combo right here. And again, Rose 31, really interesting, awesome, dry, spicy rose. Definitely can be for those who think they don't like rose. You definitely need to get your nose on Rose 31. Okay, the next scent is basically like the cool scent ever. This is Santal 33. You tend to either love it or hate it. I am not in either one of those camps, but this is one that I wanted to love because I wanted to be cool and be, in the it crowd. But this scent is one that I'm sort of wanting to be versus it is a me scent. And Santal 33 will always remind me of New York. I swear, like every New Yorker is wearing this scent. My son went to college in New York. He lives in New York City. And when I was dropping him off, I swear, I don't know if it was just like all the rage at the time, but like the whole city seemed to smell like Santal 33. So this is a potent little set. And in general, sandalwood can be a little bit of a tricky note for myself on my skin. It doesn't always smell amazing, even though, again, this is one of those notes that I want to love. So let's go ahead. And that being said, I'm not a hater of Santal 33. This is the scent that we got for my daughter. She actually lives in LA, not New York. But again, she had put this on her skin when we were at the Labo boutique, and it just smelled so good on her. Like I was all of a sudden like, yeah, this scent smells really good. She tends to gravitate towards more earthy scents than I do. And what we discovered is that this is a powerhouse of a scent. You really don't need to spray it on all over. She had just put one small spritz on, and we were both like, oh, okay, I get it. It smells so good, but I think when you overspray, it can be a lot. Santal 33 has a humongous scent trail to it. It is a bestseller for a reason. This is described as a warm and spicy, woody and rustic scent. It definitely has that sort of rusticness, kind of like Rose 31 did. There's sort of this dryness to it. I think that's what I'm getting at. I think my daughter prefers sort of those earthier, kind of drier scents. She always says I tend to like more warm scents. She always describes me as warm. So I don't know exactly what that means. Let me give you the notes of this one. It's Australian sandalwood. And in general, when I think of sandalwood, I kind of feel like it always adds like a creaminess to scents. But in this formulation, I definitely would describe it as more on the drier side. Definitely like portrays woods. Cedar wood, it's got that cardamom in here. It's got iris, violet, smoky wood alloy, ambrox, leather accord, and musky notes. Now, this to me is a very sensual scent. I really do have like a great appreciation for it. I think the fragrance story from Labo kind of describes it really well. It's got a little ruggedness to it. So it says, imagine sitting in solitude on the rugged, wide plains of the American West. Firelight on your face, indigo blue night skies above. There is nothing around save for the soft desert wind. You are free. This is an intoxicating mix of cardamom with notes of iris and violet. That's what I love. So when this dries down is when I sort of love it. But there is this sort of rugged, sort of dry earthiness to this scent, and I can see why this can be sort of a love or hate. This is one of these that I had an appreciation for. It was definitely like not full bottle worthy for me. I initially went to Labo looking for that scent because I was like, I gotta be in with the cool crowd, and was like, no, that doesn't really suit my personality. But that being said, I found an amazing combination that basically makes that Santal 33 a little bit more of a me scent, kind of gives it a lift, and that is layering Jo Malone wood sage and sea salt. This is a repeat purchase. My husband and I bought this on a whim. I'd already finished my bottle and we were looking for something that we could share together, and we were at the Jo Malone counter, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna love this wood sage and sea salt. This was one that when it launched back in the day, like I literally smelled it, had to buy a bottle. It was so cute. It had like a little nautical kind of like a rope around the cap of it. And I've got to tell you that if you combine Santal 33 with the wood sage and sea salt, what this does is it lifts the fragrance. It adds a little bit of this kind of marine saltiness to it. It tamps down sort of that dusty earthiness in it for me. It just kind of lifts it and it makes it the most addictive quality. For some reason, this combo just completely trans Santal 33 into sort of my kind of cool, kind of badass scent, like when I'm wanting to be a little edgy, a little cool, and you can wear Santal 33 spritz on the wood sage and sea salt, and then I don't know, I just think it feels just kind of like my little cool girl scent. So if you're like myself and Santal 33 is something that you kind of want to aspire to, but it's not you, try layering wood, sage, and sea salt from Jo Malone. It's going to keep the essence of Santal 33, but it's going to lift it up a little bit. This is still a woody scent over here, but it's almost like that little touch of salt, kind of like even when you're cooking and maybe there's a little bitterness in food, and you add a little bit of salt, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, tastes amazing. That's what this does. It is the perfect elixir. So definitely try that combination. Cannot recommend it enough. I'm a little bit obsessed with that at the moment. Okay, quick little tea break before we move on to Thé Matcha. Quick little sip here. So Thé Matcha is one of my favorite perfumes from Labo. My daughter stole my full bottle of this fragrance. We have a little funny story. She basically dropped it, shattered her bottle, so I got to buy it again for her. But this is a great tea and fig scent. Really, really beautiful. It was sort of like an instant love. When it first launched, I was like, I really love this one. This again has some freshness to it, but it definitely has some warmth in here that I really love. So kind of think of fresh and warm scent. I wouldn't necessarily categorize this as in the like clean girl scent. It definitely has a fresh to this scent, but to me it's just a little bit more than that, if that makes sense. So if you're looking for more like the clean girl scent, like I would definitely say Another 13, Bergamote 22, Lavande 31 even falls into this. This one has some fruity notes to it, so that's what I would say, kind of a fresh fruity wood scent. The notes in here are fig. That's another note that I find can be kind of difficult for some. It seems like you either love fig-based scents or you don't. Fig to me always makes scents a little interesting, a little bit unique, and adds sort of a cool element. I also personally love fresh figs. When it is fresh fig season, I go nuts. It is like my absolute favorite fruit. So this one has fig notes, bergamot, bitter orange, sesame notes, so that's another unique note in here, cedar wood, vetiver, and matcha tea accord. Now, matcha tea, which is so good for you, number one, it's like a fountain of youth drink. That was another theme for our Christmas. We all got little matcha sets, so that was kind of fun. But that note also can be like a little astringent, and in this perfume, I'm not getting that astringency. I feel like some people might have been a little disappointed by this fragrance when they first smelled it because it didn't have that. I personally love this because it is supposed to be sort of like a second skin scent, something for you to enjoy, for you to kind of get that cozy feel like you're drinking tea. It has that kind of sesame note in here too that's almost like adding a little bit, I would say, of nuttiness. I like that bitter orange kind of with the tea, but that fig really kind of gives a little bit of creaminess in here. It's a really beautiful kind of quiet luxury scent. That's how I would describe it. Kind of like that quiet luxury. It's not screaming in your face, but it's got a very luxurious texture to it. It smells great. This is another one that I do get compliments on, but it doesn't scream at you. I think it's more that it makes you feel very confident when you are wearing it. Kind of a self-reflective scent. This is definitely one I would get your nose on. Again, I really like that note of fig. I think that it makes it interesting in scents, and it just adds kind of a neat fruity element without being like, typically you see a lot of fruity florals. I enjoy those too. You're going to hear about that in a minute, but this is just, could describe it as your perfect quiet luxury scent. Definitely a personal favorite, and yes, I would totally buy another big bottle of that one. That's how much I love it. Okay, then the last one in the classic discovery set is Noir. This is another one of these kind of aspirational scents that I have. I have wanted to purchase this before, but again, it was kind of one of those scents that I didn't know if it was kind of me, if that makes sense. This has a very kind of cool girl edge to it. It grows on me. So I have put this on, and it is one that sort of, perfumes kind of grow on you. And this scent became a little overwhelming to me. Don't get me wrong. I actually love the smell of this. One, again, as I said, that I love and want to aspire to wear, but I think I found out my solution for it. This is another one that has tea and fig in it, but as the name suggests, noir, it is going to be a bit more mysterious, a bit more dark. In the top notes of this one, it's got bergamot, bay leaves, black tea, and fig. Love, love, love. In the middle, it has this hay note as well as tobacco. And then in the base, it's cedar wood, vetiver, and musk. As usual, as I'm smelling it, it's making me want to run out and get it. It is a very addictive scent. And this one dries down into this really kind of creamy, rich, soft, and sensuous scent. And this is going to be like the opposite of Thé Noir, that is more like a skin scent. This one, people are going to smell you. You're going to smell unique. I love the fig in here. The fig in the Thé Noir is a little bit more jammy. That's what I would say. It smells like a little bit more jammy to me. I think that the key with this one, as I said, when I had worn it, kind of warmed up on my skin and it almost felt a bit overwhelming. But taking Bergamote 22, and again, this is sort of the one that you're going to do to lighten up fragrances if they feel too heavy. I'm going to layer a little bit of that on top. Yep, that's exactly what I thought it would do. So this one just lifts it up a bit, but it is still letting that kind of warm sensualness from the original fragrance shine through. I feel like that could just be the right combo, is to kind of play with that Bergamote 22 and the Thé Noir. As I said, Daniel, my hair guru, he layers on the Bergamote 22 body lotion and then spritzes on Thé Noir, and I'm telling you, he smells incredible, and that's going to get you like compliments galore. At least it does on him. And what that does is it's almost smelling like a little bit of like a black iced tea with fresh lemon at the top. Like when it's hot out and you're drinking black tea, but you put in that fresh lemon and it just goes so well. It pairs so well together. That's what I'm getting from that combination. It does. It has this freshness. It just lifts that Thé Noir. But on its own, I've got to tell you, Thé Noir is very sexy, very enveloping, just a really amazing black tea and fig scent. Definitely a yes scent, but I am so glad to have this discovery set because this is going to allow me to have a few of their scents that I may not want a full bottle of, but that I do really love. So excited about that. Then I have a couple other scents that I want to talk about because I am somebody who enjoys floral fragrances, and the Labo has two of them that I'm currently obsessed with. I'm trying to decide which one to get, and I have a gorgeous layering combo that I want to share as well. The first one I want to talk about is Bliss 41. I currently have their body lotion, and honestly, if you are a white floral lover, maybe you like sort of marine floral scents, you have got to get this body lotion. It smells so freaking amazing. I'm literally obsessed with it. This is one of the best smelling white florals I have ever smelled. This is one that you really need to put on your skin because I have smelled this a few different times when I've gone to the Labo boutique, and to me it smelled like a little bit too like airy on the paper. On myself, this is like one of the best white floral perfumes. I grew up in the 80s, 90s, definitely wore all of the like super heady white floral fragrances. I still love them to this day, but to me, the Bliss 41 is sort of like the modern white floral, if that makes sense. Probably because it has that Labo DNA in it, musk DNA that I feel like super addictive. That's what I would say. There is definitely an addictive kind of element in these fragrances. You guys, this is the best smelling body lotion out there. If you want to smell like freaking gorgeous, pretty, all of that, you've got to pick this up. The notes in here are lily, jasmine, tuberose. It's got ambrette, vanilla, and musks. do not worry, the vanilla in here is not, I actually think it just balances out that bouquet of white florals, but it's not like, ooh, this is a vanilla scent. It's not too sweet. I mean, this is definitely for my floral lovers. I think you are going to go gaga over this. It just smells so good, but it's also got that ambrette and that musk. This was one that my daughter was like, oh my gosh, it smells like you. There were actually 3 scents that my daughter said smelled exactly like me, but this was one that I had smelled. It smelled like a little bit too airy on paper, but on your body and on your skin, it warms up and it just is a really beautiful white floral scent. Love, love, love it. But speaking of white floral scents, also kind of marine florals, I've really been gravitating towards those lately. I think it's partly because we're in the Pacific Northwest. It's very gloomy right now, dark, rainy, cold, and I often find myself gravitating towards florals in the winter versus in the spring and such, because I'm wanting to transport myself to someplace happier, sunnier, kind of lifting me out of the doldrums. And for Christmas, I finally got the YSL. This is Caline, and this is a beautiful lily vanilla scent. Basically, this is a white floral scent with a marine layer in it, meaning like you're on the Mediterranean. And honestly, I'm a wee bit obsessed with this scent. I had smelled this when I went to Europe a couple years ago. We were in the boutique smelling all of the perfumes. I kind of fell in love with it, but I didn't buy it because I felt like it kind of went poof, like that I couldn't smell it on my skin anymore. I will tell you, yes. This is the most gorgeous white floral scents with a little bit of touch of vanilla in here. It almost has a little touch of saltiness, like coming off the ocean, but it doesn't have the best longevity. But that's okay because I love it so much, and it's a huge bottle. And the other day I had put Bliss 41 on as my body lotion, and then I sprayed this on top. And I was like, this is the combo. This is the most incredible white floral with a touch of a salty ocean marine note in it. It just goes so well together. If you want to smell absolutely incredible, if you want to smell pretty, if you want to smell like a freaking gorgeous goddess, this is your combo. Bliss 41 body cream along with YSL Caline. It is made in heaven. Absolutely love it. And I will do a full review on this. You are somebody who has similar taste to me. You need it. It's definitely an us fragrance. I've been obsessed with this combo, and again, this is kind of what I gravitate towards. This is very feminine, very pretty, and I always laugh because of course I want to be a little bit more chic, cool, and edgy, but bottom line is I'm always going to gravitate towards some of these really beautiful, captivating white floral fragrances. They just make me happy. They make me feel like me, if that makes sense. It could be just that that was sort of like my introduction to perfume back in the 80s and 90s. Of course, I gravitated towards those heady white florals, so it sort of has a nostalgic feel as well, but definitely check that out. And then the other floral from Labo that I'm gonna have to pick up, I've gone back and forth on this one several times. I'm somebody who loves the note of jasmine, and Jasmine 17 from them again has this sort of nostalgic feel to it for myself, but when I first spray it out, it literally smelled like Fruity Pebbles to me, maybe even Fruit Loops. Like, it definitely smells like that cereal, but it is a gorgeous jasmine scent. It smells very natural, like a very natural jasmine scent. It's another one that I feel like is a modern take on some of the scents that I loved back in the day. So that's what I like. It's like they took my favorite florals, but they added a little modern edge to them. Jasmine 17 is also also another one that I would put in the camp as like a quiet luxury scent. Like it sort of smells like a rich girl scent to me. um, the notes in Jasmine 17 are bitter orange, jasmine sambac, neroli, orange blossom, sandalwood, amber, musk, and vanilla. It's a very girly scent. It also is a bit sweet. That's what I would say is my question that I keep on coming up to is, do I want to smell like Fruity Pebbles? I love it. Like I literally go in, I spray it on, I'm like, I love it. But I'm like, do I really want to smell like Fruity Pebbles? I think maybe I do. This is one that I didn't feel like was super long lasting. Like it had this initial like wow factor and then it dried down and I couldn't really smell it on myself that much. So that might be one that I want to play around with, like a layering combo, maybe get the body lotion. But if you're a jasmine scent lover, I definitely would have you go smell this. The creamy sandalwood in here, the touch of vanilla, the Labo musk in here, also that orange blossom and neroli kind of give it a little bit of freshness. It's described as a crisp, harmonious, majestic scent. Definitely has that feel. I love it. It is definitely a more modern floral. I think I've always overlooked the Labo florals. I think they're definitely something to check in on. And then the very last fragrance I want to talk about is Labdanum 18. This was another fragrance that my daughter came home was like, this scent totally smells like you. This one is a very powdery scent. It's a warm, ambery, powdery musk scent. That one again is going to be a kind of clean scent, like it dries down but in the powdery zone. Okay, so if you're somebody who loves powdery scents, like they give you that really comforting but clean feel to it, it's definitely warm because it's got sort of these ambery notes. It's got a little bit of floralness in here. We were laughing because we had sprayed on Labdanum 18 as well as Bliss 41, and at some point when they both dried down we were laughing. We were like, they kind of smell similar on myself. The Bliss 41 definitely more, you know, white floral, but the Labdanum had this really beautiful, soft, musky, powdery scent that just is very comforting. So if that sounds appealing to you, definitely get your nose on that. Definitely gonna start out almost like smoky powderyness initially, but just wait for that kind of soft musk dry down. Super beautiful. So clearly we're having a Labo moment. I was also gifted the Vervine 32 candle. My son always gets me candles, whether they're from Diptyque or wherever. This year he got me Labo, and I don't know if you can see, this is my little label here. And this one is described as a fruity scent, but it is basically lime, verveine leaves, eucalyptus, I think that's why I like it so much, cedar leaf, galbanum, and violet. I would say kind of a fruity, woody scent. It smells so good. That eucalyptus is very invigorating, clean. It burns beautifully. It makes your house smell amazing. But these candles are amazing. Definitely worth getting some for your home. So as usual, I love to hear from you. Which one is your favorite Labo scent? What do I need to get my nose on? I hope you enjoyed this little walk through some of the Labo scents. Such a fun brand, and I'm really glad that I've come full circle back to loving these Labo scents. So thank you for watching, and I will be back with another video soon.